Dark Shadows, number 50, VTR 3167, Air 31067, take one.
My name is Victoria Winters. Terror strikes again at Collinwood as the force of evil seeks vengeance for the challenge that one man has made. The challenge that the living shall triumph over the undead.
Dr. Guthrie! Dr. Guthrie!
Oh, what happened to me now? Please,
What's the matter?
help me.
What's happening?
David, help me. Please.
What's the matter? You've got to tell me what to do.
Save me. Save me. David. David.
Miss Winters! Miss Winters!
David. David. Save me. Please. Save. David.
Dr. Guthrie! Dr. Guthrie!
David. David.
Are you all right?
She almost had me.
Who? What are you talking about?
You didn't get me. Why?
Who are you talking to?
You, of course, you're the key.
I don't understand. The key.
You saved me, David. You saved me because you're the key.
David, what is it?
It's Dr. Guthrie. He's sick or something.
Dr. Guthrie, are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right. I'm just getting my wind back.
What happened?
Well, David, I think it's time you went upstairs now and got ready.
Okay,
But you come right back down here, all right?
I will.
And David,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you for saving me.
For what?
For being there when I needed you.
I wouldn't have even been there if it hadn't been for Josette.
What?
Josette was standing right out there on the steps.
How do you
She
mean?
kept pointing to these doors.
What do you mean? You mean she was... You mean she was out there and she directed you to me?
Yes, that's it.
Well, I guess you better thank her for me the next time you see her.
I will.
Better run along, David. What's happening?
I went to Mrs. Collins. I threatened to expose her. When I got back here, I could feel her power taking me over. She would have had me all the way if the key hadn't dropped right in my lap.
The key?
David, he's the key to everything she wants. She can't do anything without worrying about him. Well, he came into the room, and I reached out for him, and as soon as I touched him, the spell was broken. Because David had made contact with me.
I don't see how Josette figures into all this.
Well, Josette has been working here too, but her powers appear to seem to be different.
Well, they represent good.
Yes. And if she's materializing as easily as this, I think our seance is going to be a great success. Well, I've got some things to do before we're ready.
Are you sure you're all right?
Yes. Yes, I feel fine. I've got to go down to the hotel and get my tape recorder and the rest of my notes. Look, would you take David down to the old house? And make sure you keep your eye on him. And above all, be certain that his mother doesn't get near him. And I'll see you as soon as I can get back. Thanks. Goodbye.
Bye, Doctor. Well, are you all ready?
Yep, and I finished all my homework, too.
Very good. I'll be ready in a minute. I just have to tell Mrs. Johnson something. You stay right here. Don't
Right in
move.
this spot.
All right, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
David! I've been looking for you.
Hi, Mother.
Oh, how are you, David?
I'm fine.
I haven't seen you in the past few days, and I've missed you.
I missed you, too.
Where have you been?
Well, I don't know. I've been so busy.
Too busy to see me?
Well, it seems I had to do something every single solitary minute.
I see.
And the homework, wow.
Vicky's given you more than usual?
I guess so. I've been working very hard.
Couldn't you spare a minute for me?
Well, every time I tried to, something came up.
I thought we were going to go and buy your shoes together.
Well, Miss Winters took me down to get them. I told them I wanted to go with you, but they said I had to get them right then.
Well, David, how would you like to come down to the cottage and spend the night with me,
Sure, when?
Well, I thought maybe tonight would be a good idea.
Oh, I can't tonight.
Why not?
I have to go somewhere.
Where?
They haven't told me yet.
Who hasn't told you?
Miss Winters and Dr. Guthrie.
Dr. Guthrie? Somehow I didn't think he'd be going anywhere tonight.
He was feeling kind of sick before, but he's okay now.
Oh, is he?
Yes. I don't know what was the matter with him. He really scared me. He kept saying that I saved him. Because I was the one that found him.
Well, that was fortunate.
I wouldn't have even found him if it hadn't been for Josette.
Josette?
She was standing right there, and she led me into him.
So, it was Josette. David, why don't we go down to the cottage right now?
But I have to go
I'll bet they don't have any important place to take you at all.
Well, Dr. Guthrie said that I'd like it, and that I could stay up real late.
Oh, well, if you want to stay up very late, you can come down and we can stay up late together. Why don't we go now and we'll phone later and say where you are?
I can't. I promised Miss Winters I'd stay right in this very spot.
Oh, did you? Well,
Yes, he did. And I think it's very good that he can carry out his instructions so well.
David is planning on spending the night with me.
Didn't he tell you? He has something else to do.
I did tell her.
Yes, well, I'm sure it can't be that important.
But it is.
Well, what is it?
He has to go someplace.
Well, where could a child be going at this hour of night?
That's a surprise for David.
Well, can't it be put off till another night?
Absolutely not.
Vicky, I very much appreciate your dedication, your efficiency. However, I would prefer David to be with me tonight, and I'm sure he would too.
Well, I'm sure he would too, but perhaps tomorrow or the next night.
Yes, Mother. Tomorrow would be fine.
Come along, David. Very soon, we may know everything there is to know. Until then, you know how things stand.
Oh, yes. Yes, I know exactly how they stand.
They've gone, have they?
Yes, they have.
No. Of course, it's not up to me, But I don't think much of taking a child out this late at night.
Well, I can't say they have my blessings.
I tell you, Mrs. Collins, I don't like the things that have been happening around here ever since Mrs. Stoddard went to the hospital. And it's a difficult place to work with his nibs having the run of the place.
You mean Dr. Guthrie?
Himself. You never heard such whisperings. They think a whisper can hide everything. All that sneaking around, moving furniture. They think I don't know that they're up to something.
Well, I'm sure that not much gets past you, Mrs. Johnson.
Yeah, they think I can't figure out where they've taken that table and those 4 chairs.
Well, where have they taken them?
Down to the old house. Yes, there's something big going on down there.
What?
Well, it's only a guess, but I think they're going to have another one of those seances.
I see.
Yes, they're going to have big doings down there. And I think it's terrible to put a child like David through a terrible thing like that. That so-called doctor. He's off now, getting his tape recorder.
Well, so that's where he's gone.
Yes, and I think that he ought not to dabble with powers that are greater than he is.
You're quite right, Mrs. Johnson. There are powers greater. Far greater than Dr. Guthrie.
Oh, boy, this is a surprise.
I'm glad you like it.
Don't you?
I don't like this place in the daytime, much less the night. Come on, let's go in the other room. There should be some candles. Oh, here they are.
Hey, the table and the chairs. What are they doing here?
Well, we're expecting 2 more people.
Who?
Dr. Guthrie and Sam Evans.
Mr. Evans, what's he going to be doing here?
Well, the doctor feels this is the right time for another seance.
A seance? Oh, boy, I always did want to go to a seance.
You're going to have to do as you're told.
I will. Why are we having it?
Because Dr. Guthrie wants to contact Josette.
Why?
He thinks she has something very important to tell us.
Maybe she does, because it's a seance.
Well, anyway, all the people here are those to whom she's appeared before.
Josette appeared to Mr. Evans?
Well, not exactly, but Dr. Guthrie feels that she was responsible for making him paint that portrait.
Why would she do a thing like that?
Perhaps because she's trying to say something.
What could she be trying to say through a painting of my mother and a fire?
Well, that's a question that may be answered tonight.
That question's been what I've been trying to figure out. It's been really bothering me.
David, I think you should prepare yourself for the chance that what you may hear tonight might not be very pleasant. certainly is cold in here.
How about if I build a fire in the fireplace?
No, I won't need it.
When is Dr. Guthrie going to be getting here?
Well, he must be on his way.
Maybe that's him.
Anybody here?
Oh, hello, Mr. Evans. Please come in.
Oh. Hello, Vicky.
Hello, Mr. Evans.
Hello, David.
I'm awfully glad you could make it.
Well, I'm not so sure I am. Oh. It's quite a campsite.
My favorite place.
I bet.
Mr. Evans?
Huh?
Did Josette really make you paint that painting?
I don't know, David. That's why I'm here. I've got to find out. Otherwise, I'd be insane and out of my mind for coming. Well, what are we supposed to do?
Well, the doctor's on his way. He'll explain everything when he gets here.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been here before, Mr. Evans?
Oh. This is my first time, and I hope the last.
Would you like to see a very beautiful painting?
Here?
Yes, right there. On the wall.
Oh. You got a sharp eye. It's a good portrait.
It's Josette.
Is it? Oh, there's a dimensional about it. Dimensional quality. Yeah, the artist seemed to have caught a very expressive face. Eyes alive, lips seem soft, wanting to speak.
You know, that's exactly the way I feel when I look at it.
Ah. Oh, it's amazing. It's in very good condition, considering how it's been exposed to the temperatures and all these years. Yes, looks very fresh. The artist must have used very good materials. There's no sign of cracking or drying.
What's the matter with all these drivers? Driving with high beams on. Signaling. See my headlights blinking? Brighter. Brighter all the time. It's too bright. Blinding me. Bright, it's almost like fire. Yes. Like fire. Why should it be like fire?
So that's the lady who's going to speak to us.
Yes.
Huh.
Can't wait till she appears.
You like this kind of thing, don't you, David?
Sure.
Some people's tastes.
When is Dr. Guthrie going to be here?
Any minute.
But that's what you keep saying.
You're too impatient.
I just know that Josette has something to tell me. Something. Right now.
Why should it look like fire? Laura. Laura Murdoch. No, leave me alone. Fire. It's blinding me. Gotta stop the car. Oh, it's going faster. I can't stop it. Brakes won't stop it. I can't control it. It's out of control. No! No! No!
Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.